It's streaming time again. I really haven't streamed this as much as I would have thought, but then again, I've been working on it so much that I haven't had the time to really care that much, to be honest. But that's fine, although I did kind of keep one of the more treacherous bits for last, because I was hoping they'd have the stupid customizer fixed by now, but no, it still lags like all hell, so yeah, unfortunately. Not only are we going to be having a laggy customizer, but CPU is not exactly having a good time, even if the train isn't moving. So, we'll see how this goes. To be fair, it's not that terrible right now. It could be much worse. Last night I was pinned at 100 on every single core, which is insane. The convenient thing is I'm building this with a custom swatch, so I can change it. Meaning I can change the color of the tree to whatever I want. Originally I was planning on only having the freight cars do the color, but the dilemma I ran into is that not only can you not have the entire cart green or in one color, this bit is always black, but there's this which is black, the rail which is black, and the foundations and rails unload way less than the freight car. So the green just doesn't show up like at all unless you zoom in photo mode. Which kind of sucks, because that means I have to paint this thing, but it's I think going to be better overall because this thing does not appear green at all right now. And coated concrete gave the best green in my testing, although I should probably go take another look, because I haven't taken a look from further away in a little bit. But, well, this is the worst side to do it, because there's no lighting. Because of course there isn't. Oh yeah, I've still got a little bit, although this is probably not going to take nearly as long as building the rails. Still gonna take a bit, yeah, but like the rails took a few days, and I didn't even build all of them. I actually haven't cleared out the supports that I didn't build, so we might end up doing that today as well. But we're also going to try to fill the train more, probably. At least probably, you know, I'm not 1000% on that. If the game crashes 40 times, and I'm not going to keep doing this, because the big problem I've been running into, which is a problem I actually ran into in the past, the game does not care at all about the train, or anything about the train being this big, other than the brakes. If the brakes apply to all at once, or if you they trigger and you aren't the one that triggered it, so you hop off the train and the brakes trigger, the game instantly freezes. The game engine just hangs and then the game freezes, never to recover again. So it doesn't even make a crash report, meaning this will never get fixed, more likely than not. And I mean, it doesn't really. I mean, this issue is you probably won't run into this issue normally. What, the biggest train I think I ever made was 28 freight cars and 4 trains making 32, and I called it the 32-bit operating system. But I've never made or really even needed anything bigger, to be honest. So I doubt you'll get to the 1,000 plus it takes to even start having those kinds of problems. Although, to be fair, I do kind of hope that they don't reintroduce that freight car limit that was hard-coded back when the game was on Unreal Engine 4, because that's going to cause a lot of problems. Because when the game was still on Unreal Engine 4, so update 7, there was a hard-coded freight car limit of 700. Not necessarily just freight car, trains and freight cars. If your freight car and train total combined exceeded 700, the game would trigger a crash. Even if the game didn't actually crash, it would forcefully trigger it to stop you from going further, kind of like the UObjects limit. So yeah, but that never got moved over. Either that or they set it way higher. So realistically, as long as they don't introduce that thing back, that limit, this build is probably here to stay. Because as terrible as it runs, like 20 to 30 FPS, and by to 30 I mean more like 24 or 5, it like hangs around like 22 to 25, so like saying 30 is pretty generous when everything starts moving. But I mean, that's still playable, even if it's not exactly easy on the system. And I don't think running the world off a server would help much. Because I tried that on Update 8, maybe it's different 1.0, and it didn't offload enough load to be really worth doing. Because then you introduce ping, then you introduce so many extra failure points and inconveniences for minimal offload. Because basically the advantage a server is supposed to have is most of the hard work the server does, and most of the easy work the client still does. The server tells the client how to do it, and then the client just does the extra little things. Whereas, you know, like this, well, technically the game already does offload to a server, but it doesn't offload to it. It just, like, the game always runs your save on a server, but it doesn't offload any of your saves load to the server, unlike it would on a dedicated save game. It always is a server, but it's only an online server, which is the error you get when you're in like multiplayer. So if someone disconnects, it says like freaking pops up on your screen with that stupid error thingy. That's also why the game, well, now it's in the settings, you can change it. Yeah, right here. That's also why the game forcefully restarts. Your save forcefully restarts after 24 hours of being running. That's only happened to me once, ever, where I've had the game, like, server restart. Although, that's nice to see that's adjustable now, not that I think it would make much of a difference. I don't think, because, like, I mean, the server performance doesn't, I mean, I've never had, like, server-related problems. In the sense that I've never played long enough to see any kind of problems. And the one time I hit the 24 hours to restart, I didn't really notice anything out the ordinary. In fact, it kind of came out of nowhere. I didn't even notice it, and then all of a sudden I was getting yeeted back to the main menu. But it's basically just like the final autosave. It's like an autosave, it just gives you a 10-second countdown and then it just closes the world. It makes a save, obviously. It saves it right before and then closes the world and forces you out of it. So it's just an aggressive autosave. I guess I may as well just finish the entire thing. You know, I was gonna go a bit longer and then just like go back to the base and see how it looks, but I may as well just finish the whole thing. and then see how it looks after. You know, may as well commit. So I should probably save, because I probably haven't saved in a while. Yeah. Like 2 hours, kind of a while. I mean, the autosaves are there for a reason, but like, the autosaves still aren't necessarily an excuse to not save the game manually ever. Might have to end up refueling on ionized fuel. I think once we're done painting, I might do it. What I really need to do is actually just freaking belt ionized fuel back to the base. I still haven't done that. Heck, I don't even really need to belt it. I could probably just throw it on one of the trains. I just haven't done it. Because I don't mind doing the trip when I'm just playing, but I will agree that for on stream, having to make the trip is kind of annoying. Just adds a bit of unnecessary travel time. Oh yeah, tomorrow is the 14th, so tomorrow is almost essentially the last day of actual Ficsmas content. I do think there is one more data cartridge. I don't remember, but I think the final upgrade has a final data cartridge. But I don't remember if it unlocks anything that's actually like new. I think it just gives you a last couple of customization stuff and the final version of the tree. Because in case some of you haven't noticed, the giant that isn't so giant tree improves after every upgrade. So it has gifts under it now, ornaments, and candy canes, which you cannot see from all the way up here, but yeah. Whereas before it was just a tree with nothing on it. I don't know if it has lights yet, but I believe lights are the day 4, like, get put on in the day 14 upgrades, so tomorrow. Tomorrow, if you upgrade your tree, you should have lights, if I'm not mistaken. I don't know if the gifts under it expand on this one, or if that's the last one, but it gets way more gifts at one point or another. Wouldn't be able to tell you the exact one because I've done Ficsmas all the way through like once 3 years ago. Last year, I didn't even get the stuff to be able to complete the event in the calendar for whatever reason. And then the year before that, so 2022, I didn't even... What was it? I don't remember. 2022, I did some of it, but I only got to like the first set of upgrades, so like the red and blue ornaments. And I think I just never bothered, and when I did come back, I still didn't have the stuff either. And then at 2021, I don't even think I had the event. I don't think it ever showed up. And I didn't have events disabled. Or was there not one in 2021? Because there was one in 2020, but I don't remember one in 2021, and I didn't get one in 2021. I think they might have, like, removed it or something. I guess I could check the wiki, but I don't feel like it. Because it probably says all the different versions. I know it happened in 2020, I know it happened in 2023, I know it's obviously happening this year, and I'm fairly confident it happened in 2022. But I don't remember it in 2021. Now that I think about it, I didn't get it. I thought I remembered not having gotten it and everyone else getting it, but maybe I'm just misremembering, which is very probable because my memory as of recent has absolutely fallen off a cliff, and I'm not exactly sure why, to be honest. Probably not sleeping enough. That's my best guess. Although, to be fair, I am sleeping the same amount I always have been, so I don't know. Maybe I'm getting too old too fast. That's maybe what it is. Gonna have to start waking up at 6 and going to bed at like freaking 8. We're actually starting to get pretty close. Okay, well, pretty close is, I guess, a bit of an exaggeration, you could say. We're getting close to where it basically turns into just like one thing every side of the pillar. I guess it goes faster and faster after every loop, so technically we are getting close. Painting actually goes really quickly. I expected this to take at least an hour, but I don't see it taking much longer than like 30 minutes now. Because it's been 15, and we've done quite a lot, actually. Which I guess isn't necessarily a bad thing. The faster this gets done, the faster we can move on to better things. Which actually might be a great opportunity to make this permanent storage for all the Ficsmas stuff. Because I cleaned like 90% of my second computer. I still have a few touch-ups I want to do. But I probably want to do a bit of endurance testing on it again. So I'm probably going to run the save 24, well, maybe not 24/7, but for extended periods of time on that computer. Which will let me get a bunch of Ficsmas ornaments in the meantime. So I should probably build like a storage system for more than just the ornaments. Because right now I have like one tiny storage container for everything. Like one of these, and then a depot on top of it. But I probably want to keep quite a big stock of Ficsmas stuff. Even if I'm not going to use most of the customizations, I don't think. Like, I mean, there's the Ficsmas lights. Everything in the Ficsmas category needs Ficsmas stuff, but like... I mean, yeah, yes, that is quite a bit. Like, that's a lot of snow. 100 each? That's quite a bit, because I don't... What is snow snack? Okay, well, snacks in 500, but like... You know, it's not free. Also, did I paint? Yes, I painted something accidentally. There you go. God, this lags annoyingly. They're probably not even going to fix the customizer at this point. The thing is, I believe it's because of how... Wait, no, they didn't change... Well, maybe they did. I mean, they changed basically goddamn everything in 1.0. Brought the game back to actual common sense and not cut corners at every corner. Although that is a good point. They optimized belts to merge, but this whole issue amplifies the more foundations are connected to each other. So I almost want to say they messed with foundation merge, some kind of foundation merging system, so that foundations next to each other count as one in a sense, for a lack of better explanation. So when you customize them, they have to separate every single time you change something about them. Which could explain the lag, because every time I click this foundation I change has to separate from all of these foundations. So it has to recalculate that model, and then do it again, and then again, and again, and again. I presume that might be what's going on. But I'm probably completely wrong, because I haven't done game development professionally. Nor do I particularly plan on wanting to do game development. I want to go with something IT preferably, but I don't particularly want to do programming and stuff and game development. I think it's a cool thing to do on the side if you've got a good idea and your coding abilities can handle it. I do think it's a nice side hobby to kind of goof around with, but I don't think, personally at least, I'd like it as a career. I'd like something like technician more, even if it's crappy repairs. I mean, it's better than nothing. Did I get a drink? Yes, I did. Nice. Very, very fuzzy though, or whatever the heck. Fizzy? That's the annoying thing with soda, is it's very fizzy for no reason. Especially Pepsis for whatever reason. It's not that they're fizzy, it's just it climbs up the straw at like Mach 20. Like as soon as you sip from it, it's almost as if it's trying to spill everywhere. The gas extractor nodes look always so out of place. What even is that one? Is that oil? Is that what one of the oil ones looks like? Oh, that's water. Because they added oil versions of these. Do I have one on my... Probably not. Unless those are it. So they added oil version. Yeah, I guess I have that one right there. They added oil gas nodes, basically. I don't know if I ever mentioned them in a video. Even. Because I want to say... I'm trying to remember here. It would have probably been for my plastic. No, because the plastic factory there runs on Spire Coast oil. I don't remember, but... No, it would have been for the turbo fuel episode, which also didn't happen, and then I kind of forgot about when making that kind of recap, but it's right over there. It's at the same place as the original fuel plant, it's just I upgraded it slightly. Nothing really changed. One thing I do want to do is get all the music discs. Okay, I don't have a boombox on me, but I did go and get the one there. There's one of the discs there. The other one's in the Doggo Cave, the Lizard Doggo Cave, although I never actually found it. And then the last one, which I think is Hunt Down, is in the desert, which I also somehow missed it twice, because I've been to the desert a couple of times up there. Although it's not really that I missed it, it's because I checked the spot where it was when I last found it and it wasn't there. But I know it's still in the desert, so they clearly just twitched it around a bit, like moved it around. So it's probably in a different spot that's nearby. But I still want to collect them, because technically I don't have full completion. Because of that. That's the only thing I don't have. At least I think. I have... Well, I guess I don't have full completion. I was gonna say I have full completion, but I have full achievements completion and full MAM completion if you don't count hard drives. Because technically I am still missing a few. Because of all the new recipes. Even though I have over 100 hard drives unlocked, I don't have all of them. I believe there's nearly no spare hard drives anymore. Although I did get a hard drive out of the Ficsmas calendar. A singular hard drive. So that's one less that I'm going to have to collect eventually. I wonder if I'll get another one out the calendar. I haven't checked the calendar in a little bit. We can check it when we go take a further away look at this thing, actually. Because I haven't checked it. in probably since day 8. Unless I happen to be at the hub and open the calendar. Which I don't think has happened, because I don't think I've left this area since then. Because, what, I did the foundries on that day, and then I did the storage stuff, and I loaded part of the train, and I added like 2 more floors. So yeah, I don't think I've been over at the hub in a while. So odds are we've got a couple rewards ready to find. So that'll be nice. I should have equipped the trinket. I don't actually have the ornament trinket on. I still have the golden one. I got the ornament trinket, but I never equipped it because I like the golden one better, but you know, I could probably equip it. Even if I'm probably going to forget and then never do it. Because I think the golden nut is cooler, especially now that I've completed the game. And it's kind of fitting. Because I have indeed bought the golden nut statue. I've actually bought it a while ago. I finished the entire game. This project's taken long enough for me to go from not having any of freaking Phase 5 or N Tier 9 to having completed the entire game and a bit. So, you know. Although I still have to edit the last episode of Tier 8. I haven't edited since I started this project. I haven't edited an episode since starting the project, so I have videos until the 21st. So there's one coming out tomorrow, which should be cooling systems, and one coming out on the 21st, which should be turbo motors. And then I don't know when the next Saturday after that is. I think it is still slightly after Christmas. And that one is probably going to be obviously finishing Phase 4. I haven't edited that one yet though. I need to do that. I might do it tonight just to get it over with. So I have the choice of not doing anything until a little bit after Christmas. Because Tier 9 only, honestly I don't know yet, but Tier 9 might only be a single episode, because it's actually incredibly short if you don't like perfectly automate everything. And even if you do, I think the most expensive thing is, well, I guess it's supercomputers, because one of the things needed supercomputers. But other than that, aluminum, plates, concrete, and I want to say crystal oscillators or something. And then there were like a couple of singularity cells for the space elevator parts. But other than portals and space elevator parts, I don't think those are needed. Don't need any of the tier parts, so those are useless. The only thing that like you need a lot of in Tier 9 is the stuff you need for Ficsonium if you do Ficsonium refinement. Which I will probably do eventually, but not until I take a break from the game, to be honest. Because I have to do plutonium refinement, which is going to take a while on its own. And then I have to do Ficsonium refinement, and then I have to put down all the other bajillion power plants, because I only have 10 of the 40. And then on top of that, I need more to burn the plutonium fuel rods, so I need more than 40. And I need more than that to burn the Ficsonium. So it's kind of a project that never ends, so I don't feel like doing it, because I don't actually need nuclear power just yet. And unless I ever decide to perfect Tier 9, because I don't have permanent power shard automation either. I made some temporary automation because I ran out of overclock shards from the Ficsmas stuff. But like I don't have them automated. I do have a machine placed down to be able to make them, but it's not automated. I basically came into tier 9 being like, most of this is going to have to be rebuilt. And a lot of the later stuff will probably need repeating items nonetheless. Which I do not want to do, so I'm going to do the basics in a finalized manner. And anything complicated will be as much completed as I care to do, and then I'll make up the rest some other time. So I have stuff like diamonds done properly. I have stuff like dark matter crystals, if I recall correctly, done properly. I tweaked some of the values a bit to get some stuff done a bit quicker, but if I, you know, obviously reset the values to their intended things, and also that is a mistake. Never mind, it isn't. I forgot. This segment, I only used, you know, why am I even trying to explain this? I only use this little segment and I skipped the branches, but I built the branches anyway, so they looked like they were still there. Don't know why I had such a brain fart on that. Point is, they're only there because visual, not because they're actually were used for anything. I do have to say, this colored coated concrete does look unique for sure. It also kind of looks like the stuff candy canes are made of, somewhat. So you could probably make a coated concrete candy cane that looks pretty damn good. Just throwing some tips out there, because it does kind of look like candy cane. If you used red instead of green, obviously, I mean there are green candy canes, I guess, but like they're not as common. I mean, I don't know. I've seen green candy canes, but like obviously they're not the like majority of them. Oh god. Oh, that's the end already. Okay, well, I screwed up, but at least now I know it's the end basically. So I mean, I know I was close because the downhill is right there, but I didn't think we were actually this close. This is already the last layer. So yeah, 30 minutes pretty much, a little over 30 minutes to paint this thing. To be fair, it took longer because I had already painted a couple of the bottom layers, but no more than an hour to paint the entire tree. And by entire tree I mean the entire outlines or edges, whatever you want to call them. Not gonna bother doing the inside because I don't think I really need to. Would be good to do it, but it's not a huge priority. It's one of those things like definitely would want to do it, but I don't really have the time to do it right now. But yeah, you can kind of see what I mean. Even with all of that, the green is still hard to see. Well, it does at least look more green now. Like, it does have a green tint to it, which is much better. Although yeah, if I did paint those inner foundations, it would be a lot more green. But that's something for later, because I don't want to be painting for the next 10 hours. What the heck was I? Okay, I wanted to do ionized fuel. I remember that. Okay, yeah, the calendar. I wanted to check on the calendar. Day 8 is done. I'll see if I can find these numbers. Well, 13 is there, which is today. Screws, fair.
That's just poetic. I appreciate a good joke.
Nice. Oh, I see 10. Oh, it's a Christmas hat. That is actually kind of cool. I will put that on.
By equipping this new hat at the lockers in the hub, you can finally turn your mental state into a fashion statement.
And then number 9, inhalers. I actually haven't made any
Humans
inhalers.
tend to catch colds during the winter. It would seem that this does not apply to you, but considering your tendencies, Fixit has seen fit to provide a medicinal inhaler just in case.
We're missing 11. I don't want to cheat with the number thing unless I really have to. It's 23, 24, 17. I remember there was a number on the dog. That's 21. What was the number on the dog? I thought I saw a number on the dog at some point. The little dog. Guess I could just click everywhere. Yeah, I don't know. The gifts, maybe? I don't know what two wall 5 is. That's the thing. That's 16. 15 is on the thing. 19 is on the belt. Huh. 22 is right there. 14 is up here, but it's not the 14th yet. 16. 20. Damn, I don't know. Let's see. Wait, I'm also missing 12. How do I have 2 numbers hiding from me? Maybe the ball? It's 21? Where are these hiding? I don't know. What's 11? No, that's 21. Oh, that's sneaky. That is actually a very sneaky one, because it looked like the vents. 25 coupons? Jesus, they're being generous. At this stage in the game, that's like a good 1,000 rockets. Oh, it's on the star. Wait. There's a Ficsmas cassette?
A reminder that human creativity does have its limits, considering their obsessive insistence on continuing to make slightly different versions of every Ficsmas song ever imagined.
I did not know these exist. Wait, I don't even have a boombox, because yeah, I didn't have any coupons. How convenient.
It is speculated that in the earliest days of humanity, people created drums and similar instruments to derive pleasure and social unity from the rhythmic sounds, accompanied by gyratory movements. Congratulations for unlocking a device that, thousands of years later, fulfills exactly the same function, except with a requirement for rare metals and plastic components.
I want to hear the tape, even if I'm already listening to. I want to see what the songs are. A Very Merry Christmas. Ficsmas. Gifts and Snow. Damn, these actually sound kind of fun. Well, there's 5. What is this? Okay, it sounds cool, but I'm gonna keep it for a special occasion. Or something. I don't know. Like, what am I... I guess I could use it in the, like, video, because I do want to make a video, which is like... Well, I guess I already have the final count of 3,000 something freight cars. So the video will probably be like 3,000 freight cars of Ficsmas. And what I wanted to do was basically make it a compilation of all the Ficsmas songs that have been made so far over the year. But the thing is, I don't think I have enough for the like 40-minute climb, which is probably going to be 50 at least. So this is going to be damn near an hour. And I know of like 3 Ficsmas songs made by the community. So yeah, I might actually include these. Although yeah, that is going to be something to figure out. Alright, what else did I want to do? Other than I don't need the boombox on me. I wanted to move the train. I also wanted to get more ionized fuel, but I really couldn't be asked to do the trips. So screw it, I guess. Wait, no, I forgot 12, right? Or no, did I do 12? I don't know. Was 12 the tape? It was, wasn't it? Because it was the one hiding in the star. I just don't want to miss one. Wonder, yeah, no, it was the one in the star. I don't think I missed any then. 13, 12, got 11, 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4. Where's 3? Oh, up here, yeah, and the screws. Then there's 2, and 1's on the leg. So I haven't missed any yet. Good to know. I'm gonna get rid of these plates. And quite frankly, all of this Ficsmas stuff that I do not need, actually. It's just kind of wasting inventory space. Why do I have oh yeah, the screws are from the thing. I don't think I need any of this stuff. I probably don't need that much rocket fuel. Holy cow, why do I have so much? Do I have any hard drives left? No. I don't know if I have all the inventory slots. I want to say the max is 81? At least the max legitimately? But that was the max in update 8. I don't know if it's changed. It might have. Like, what is this? It's 9? So what? 9 times 3, 9 times 6. 9 times 8 plus 6? Is that what that is? 9 times 8 plus 6? 9 times 8 plus 6? 78. So I'm probably missing those last 3. If 81 is indeed a max. So then I'm probably missing one of the hard drive inventory things. Although I thought those were 6. I thought those gave 6. Unless it changed. How's this thing doing? It's already filled. And that was actually kind of quick. So yeah, I wanted to do storage. Now, I might just be able to kind of just pile it on top of these. Because, like, yeah, that's 10. It's like 100,000 items right there. The thing is, I don't really want these containers to just be everywhere. But I also don't have a good place to put them. Because, like, these ones I'll probably remove, or try to remove. Oh yeah, I need to move the train. Thing is, I've been doing this in not necessarily optimal ways. Definitely going to have to drive it from the front of the train, because that's realistically the only chance I have. It's not gonna make the game crash. And I made a hole in the foundation. God dang it. Where is it? There it is. I need to also set that back to its correct thing. There you go. Because I don't need this swatch anymore. And it should stay green. Hard to tell, but it should still be green. I also need to delete all of these ones. Although I can't fully delete them, unfortunately. Because I'll still have stuff like this on them. That'll probably be something to figure out. I do need to move this thing forward quite a bit. It would probably almost help if I'm like... The problem is I can't drive the train and see where I've loaded up to easily at all, which is annoying. I know that I'm good to go all the way up to at least the like first level, but like I don't know the exact amount I'm good for, because it's really hard to see. It doesn't help that it's night, because those freight cars look literally black. Okay, it's still full. The first 200 at the very least should be full, because I finished the first set of red and blue, if I'm not mistaken. Gonna slow down a bit, just for good measure. Just a good old-fashioned drink as I wait. Okay, well, they're still full, so I guess we keep continuing. This is going to become treacherous. I want at least the first 400 filled, because I want at least 100 of each ornament type. Like 100 freight cars of each ornament type. And then the goal is kind of just to keep doing that until all of them are full. So I believe it's blue, red, silver, gold, and then it resets. So red, blue, red, silver, gold, and then it continues blue, red, silver, gold, and that would be 1200 freight cars there. And it would continue blue, red, silver, gold, and that's 1600, and it would just keep being 100 of each up until the train would be full, basically. I don't even think the freight cars are loaded anymore. Oh no, they are. I can see them. Barely. This is like trying to drive a stupidly long vehicle. Because that's basically what it is. I literally cannot tell. Those freight cars back there are like... They're not 1 pixel big, but like... They're no more than 20 pixels wide, probably. Which, on this size of monitor, is microscopic, pretty much. But they're still coming. Thing is, I can't go too fast, because then if I have to slow down, I can't hit the brakes too aggressively, or the entire game dies. I don't technically have to do this. Like, I could just do every level 1 by 1. It just increases the travel time a lot, which is annoying. I cannot see. Okay, well they're still coming and they still seem to be full. I'm going to save the game just in case. Just for good measure. I don't think we're far enough yet. But there's no way we're far. Again, this flashlight has a much lower range than I always expect. Okay, that's good. That's filled. This is all filled. Okay, I see red. I see one painted. I don't know if it's a red. I think it is. I know this goes the wrong way. I don't want to land on that belt. Yeah, that seems to be red. Wait, so is that only the first 100? Oh, the train isn't. Yes, it's red. Wait, no, this is silver. Why? It looks blue. It looked blue from a distance. Okay, well, I mean, that's less bad, but it's still not great. Alright, now the spiders spawned in, and we're gonna be hearing them going blah 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 the next long time. Where are these trains? I thought there were a few on this level, but apparently not. God, I cannot see a thing down in this stupid storage that I made. I could turn off global illumination, but you know. Turning down graphics is for boring people. Come here, train, and load into RAM already, please. Jesus. Like, the train model doesn't load in correctly at all anymore. Every time I've tried to drive this train from here has caused the game to crash. So, going to take it very slow. I think that's because when I'm here, there's a lot more that's loaded and or happening. Like, why can I see a foundation outline there? Did I seriously use the wrong size foundation? There's no way. Maybe, I guess there is, considering this thing's been built at either 6 to 11 FPS or 60 to 20, so. But primarily in the 10 FPS range, this thing has been built, which is why it's been so treacherous. Like, this feels smooth, even if it really isn't. Although it's still smoother than BeamNG, so guess I can't really complain. Okay, these are still full. Okay, silver started there. The thing is, the train wants to back up naturally, not go forward. So I'm gonna save again. You know, just to be safe. Not gonna be able to see anymore. Let's just go to 20 and I'll let it slow itself down pretty much. There. Wherever it stops is where we're calling it, I guess. This isn't the fastest thing in the world, but it's part of the game, I guess. Alright, this is probably good enough. If the game doesn't immediately crap itself. That is. Or it actually slows down. Didn't actually... I did such a good job that brakes didn't activate at all. And yes, I did indeed build this with the completely wrong foundations, and you know what? It's going to stay like that. I'll fix it either later or never. Okay, well I almost guessed correctly, but yeah, I have to move it more. I probably should have put more like trains in the in-betweens. Because I will say, I did not actually put that many. I think I originally put one every, like 8 every 2 floors. And then on the last couple of floors I didn't do any at all. So that's gonna be fun. What I should have probably done is make like a temporary loop, maybe around the tree. That way a lot more of the train was visible from the driving position. At like once, but you know. This is probably still not enough. Like, it feels like it's probably enough, but it probably isn't enough. It's just, it's going so slow. Because if I go any faster, the game's going to crap itself. And I know that. This is probably close enough. So I'll push it a smidge further. Because it's probably going to keep moving a little bit more forward. Alright, it probably even is going to just stop on its own here. Brakes don't engage and we're good. Alright. Well, at least we should be if it is the brakes, which I'm fairly confident it is, because most of the time it is. It almost always instantly freezes within a few seconds after brakes have been applied. I'm glad I overdid it a bit, because I think that's actually going to be literally basically perfect. Yeah, very much. That's actually solid. I mean, even if the silver storage is all the way out here, because... well, I've been doing it on this tiny stretch. Been manually picking up and then just manually transferring. That's basically what I've been doing. And I swap the rocket fuel while I do this because it's... I have way more of it, so may as well get rid of it. And this is basically what I've been doing for the last couple of days. Just filling freight cars. Or building freight cars. Or building floors of rails. And a lot of things that follow that. Holy cow, this whole thing is full? Oh my god. This thing has been going for longer than I thought, apparently. The blue ones are by far the slowest, but that's because they don't have containers, and I should build containers, but I haven't because I don't feel like it, but I really should. But if I do, then I have to redo all this splitter stuff. Basically what I mean by containers is the input's obviously only 2 belts, but if you split it, it starts at the bottom here. If you split it into containers before your next containers, you can have 2 belts per container for a while, rather than 2 belts for all the containers. By doing this strategy, you let them build up into all the containers, and then you grab, and it fills up really quick. Like this one I grabbed literally a couple seconds ago, and it's almost already fully filled again. And this one just grabbed it, and it's also almost fully filled again. And obviously all the ones over there have also been filling as time goes on, so it's gonna hold its full speed for quite a decent little bit. Probably, at least. It should. This is so many ornaments, though. I'm pretty sure I did mark where the swap from silver to gold is. Oh yeah, it is over there. Well, I didn't necessarily mark it, but like, this is where gold ends and blue starts again. But silver ends somewhere over there. Should be, yeah, it's painted right there. They're painted wrong, if I'm not mistaken. Oh wait, no, that's okay. Well, it is painted right. You can see that silver one right there is where silver ends, and that gold one is where gold starts. You can't even tell the colors from back here, which is basically the whole problem I had with the tornado. If you're more than like if I'm being generous, 40 foundations away, you can't tell colors of freight cars anymore. Which is kind of inconvenient, so easiest way to solve the problem is to just add color to the stuff around it to amplify the color. If there's more of the color, you will see more of the color. You know, peak strategy right there. If you add more of the color, there will be more of the color. It's pretty good logic from me there. It's really annoying to have this kind of awkward stack. I'm just going to delete it. I like having clean stacks because then I know exactly how much stuff I need. So this needs a 1, and this needs a crap ton, and that needs even more. You get those awkward stacks whenever you run out, basically, so you know, it is what it is. $2,700. That's good enough for me. Basically clearing out this whole storage. Most of these I haven't missed any. Yeah, seems like it's good. Don't seem to be missing any of them. I guess if I miss a few, as long as the freight car has its container. If I miss a few, it's not a huge deal, honestly. It's actually kind of... I have the red ornaments there, but the thing is... Well, after this, and after the gold, which is after this, I need blue, not red. So the red are closer, but the blue are further, and it's... I really need to upgrade the blue ornament system. I don't know why I'm procrastinating one of the simpler splitter systems you can like possibly make. It is annoying to build, but like it's not complicated at all. I just don't want to do it again. It's not hard, but I don't want to do it again, you know. Although I should, and I should probably do it now. You know. Is the train still creeping forward? No, it's stopped actually. Well, I may as well do at least a couple more. Because, yeah, there's still quite a long ways to go. Ha! An explosive. This is actually the second one I've gotten. They're pretty rare. But they kill you, so I'm not gonna pick it up. But if you're starting out and you don't have a Novelist detonator yet, or don't have it unlocked, you get given the Novelist detonator and a couple Novelists if you do pick it up. You obviously die in the process, but when you respawn, you get a free Novelist detonator and a couple Novelists. I don't remember the exact count, but... Well, it's not that I don't remember, it's that I don't know because I've never tried it, but I know it gives you explosives. Because just about everyone I know fell for it. To be honest, it took me until like over day 10. Like, it's not until a few days ago that I got to see my first one of them. They're pretty rare. I don't know if they get more common as time goes on or not. I'm guessing probably not. Although I don't know why I'm not getting any snow. Is there snow right now? No. I don't know why, but on my laptop it's always just snowing like it should be, and then on my PC there's no snow in sight. And there's a little bit, like you can see a couple particles, but it's not noticeable at all. Might just be a problem of higher resolutions. You know, higher resolution you go, smaller the stuff on screen is. Generally. Because most games solve oversized UIs and stuff by just zooming out the entire game at higher resolutions. Same for Windows, actually. Like, anytime I do ultra-wide, I can't stand it because my entirety of Windows zooms in because one of my monitors is only 1080p, so all my monitors have to drop to match the worst one, and the worst one's 1080p 144, whereas my main two monitors are 1440p 165, and 1080p on a 1080p monitor looks okay at best, so you can imagine 1080p on a 1440p monitor. It's basically like 1080p on a 40-inch TV. Even standing like 30 feet away, you will still see the entire pixels. Like, I can't see the pixels at all on my 1440p monitors when they're in 1440p resolution. But I can still see the pixels on my 1080p monitor when it's set to 1080p. So clearly there is a point where, you know, resolution at a smaller size does actually eventually plateau. I mean, yeah, I can see them, but like, That's if I have my eyes like right up to the logo. Like I can see that Discord has issues with their logo. It has a couple black pixels, or my monitor has dead pixels around exclusively the Discord logo for whatever reason. Whereas if I look on my 1080p monitor, it's actually not that much worse. Although I don't think that's just mostly the icons. The icons are about equally as bad, but it's the stuff other than the icons. Like the clock looks really low res. The taskbar coloring, which I have translucent taskbar, so it's just my desktop technically. I can see all the pixels in that effortlessly. Whereas on 1440p, can't really identify the exact position of the pixels. Doesn't look great, but I can't see the pixels, so it's better. That's also partially why I've kind of been against companies like choosing their resolution, the like highest resolution they offer off of the size of the monitor or the display. Because higher resolutions, like I wish there would be 1440p at 24-inch. I have not seen that once. The smallest resolution you can get 1440p at is 27 inches. And the smallest resolution you can get 4K at, the smallest size you can get 4K resolution at is 32 inches. I really wanted a 4K 27 inch. But apparently that doesn't exist. Somehow. Like, you'd think at least one company, even if it's a terrible deal, would at least do it, but no. Because I can tell you right now, 1440p is not perfect at 27 inches. You can still see pixelation. It's not bad at all, like, compared to 1080p. Although this, I guess the game is not a good test because the game textures are not even 1080p. This would be more of a test of the game textures than the actual screen resolution. Because obviously the game resolutions are pretty low for this game. They're good, but they're not high. Like especially the map. These gray rocks are so outdated in low resolution. I say that and they're not actually terrible, but not only do they look awful, but this isn't close enough, but like, you can't even really see it. I don't know if these ones have been updated, but I know the ones in the Rocky Desert are still awful. They're not even close to good. Although I do kind of see it maybe being promising that there might be a chance they up the quality of certain textures, especially after just a completely unexpected, just amazing water improvements. Although, to be fair, the Spire Coast already had those improvements when it released, so I feel like that was more of a bringing the whole map on the same playing field rather than like a let's upgrade the game textures a little bit type thing. But hey, I'd love a bit of a texture resolution upgrade on the little things on the environment. Even if it makes a performance hit, to be honest. Do I even really want to try and move this goddamn train? I might just call the stream here. I don't really have the choice. I am going to have to keep going, but it's not like this is entertaining. It's kind of like this game problem. See, even I'm falling asleep doing this crap. It's kind of the same problem I ran into with the tornado building, is it's really repetitive. But yeah, you can imagine this is what I'm going to be doing for the next couple of days. Probably until next weekend. And then whatever's done by next weekend, I'm calling it. That's when I'm recording the thingy. So, yeah. Anyway, hope you guys enjoyed the short stream by today's